Hey.
Hey, Dino, how you doing, man?
Look at you.
Yeah, look at me now. Well, look at you. We got the uniforms.
I know. Look at you.
The boat we go
You're
bowling
darker
later.
than I am, though.
Well,
You're more tan than I am.
not as dark as Christian, but that's okay.
Okay. So, for people who missed us last week, I think there was all one of you.
Yeah. There was a
Vinny
reason.
was a little sick.
I had the starting of a root canal, which
Okay.
is nothing uncommon, but I had some massive toothache.
Yes.
Which I thought was a toothache. It was going from my chin to my ear. I mean,
Okay.
horrible pain.
Okay.
So go to the dentist. He's like, I say I'm a little swollen in the neck here, and he goes, yeah. He says once we start working on the tooth, the swelling will go down. I said, okay, I trust you.
All right.
Didn't give me any antibiotics to reduce any swelling, which I thought was odd. But I was like, oh, well, he's a dentist. He knows better, right?
Right.
Tooth pain went away, but the rest of the pain didn't go away. I couldn't open my mouth. I was throbbing in pain, and the neck was getting bigger and bigger. I mean, you can't even see it now. But, yeah, it was like I called you. I was like, dude, I can't even talk.
Like you took steroids.
Yeah, but why would I stick steroids in my neck? I mean, you know. But I wasn't too concerned until I started to open up my iPhone because I got the facial recognition on it.
Are you
I couldn't
like one of those WebMD guys?
No. But I couldn't even open up my phone.
Oh, the phone didn't recognize you.
No, it didn't recognize me.
Would you look
Damn,
like the
I
Elephant
write
Man?
one joke a year, and you step all over that.
Oh, were you the Elephant Man?
Yeah. I tell you what, it was bad to the point where on Easter Sunday I went over to my sister's for dinner, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "What do you mean?" She goes, "If that's an abscess, you could die." So I spent Easter Sunday in the emergency room for a good 3.5 hours.
Easter Bunny, stop by.
I didn't get a damn thing. Even the Easter Bunny wasn't. I was the only one in there. You would expect, emergency
He's like,
rooms.
yeah, he's on his last couple. Let me save the egg for somebody else.
Yeah, but you know what it is. When you go to an emergency room,
Right.
you see it's like the DMV, it's like the post office. It's like you'll get everybody.
Yeah.
There was nobody in the emergency room
On Easter?
on Easter. You would think that somebody would have
Somebody had a sugar attack.
or got an eggshell in their eye or something, got drunk or something. I don't know. So I filled out a paper. I was in the emergency room area in like 5 minutes.
You would have thought like an Easter Bunny had a fight with someone. Did you see that?
That was some weak ass punches. Weak ass punches. Did you see, I mean, and okay.
You tell it. I'm amazed.
The intelligence.
At the background
We talk about the intelligence of people.
Yeah.
Now, did the Easter Bunny do a good thing? He was breaking up a fight from a guy and a woman, even though the woman was kicking the crap out of the guy.
Right.
He jumped in, right? And he was just like, those weak punches.
Okay.
Whatever. Did you see when they interviewed him? He took the mask off and everything like that? He was wanted in New Jersey, right?
Yeah. So, what bothers you about that? And I'll tell you what bothers me about that.
What bothers me about the whole thing?
Yeah.
His fighting ability was horrible.
Okay.
It was horrible. My daughter, when she was 2, would have punched harder than this guy.
Okay. Me being a Santa Claus school graduate that we've spoken of before.
Okay.
Who hired this guy to do the Easter Bunny without checking a background check? Now, an Easter Bunny is holding kids on his lap.
Was he verified? Did he have a verified job? Was he work? Or did he just dress up like an Easter Bunny?
Yeah, he's working as the Easter Bunny.
Wow.
Who did that background check? Right? Would that concern you if you had little kids that this guy was wanted?
Well,
As I just mic'd the microphone?
after the fact, it does. Yeah, but before the fact, first of all, you don't see the guy. You don't know if it's a guy or a girl. You don't know if he's black, white, green, Asian, whatever. He's just it's a person in a suit.
Right. So you have to really trust the person who hired that person. Right? Would you want a Santa Claus wanted for burglary?
There's more Santas that play Santa than Easter bunnies that play Easter Bunny.
Right. So it should be easier to check.
You would think, but I'm saying, but you have a better chance of hiring a Santa that's got some questionable background.
Well, they need a lot of Santas.
They do.
There's
Right.
a lot of Salvation Army buckets around.
Yeah. Plus, you got the Santas, you got the helpers, the elves, and you're hiring a whole bunch of.
Yeah.
Can you say midget?
The elves don't have to be small.
No,
They just so happen to be small because they're cute.
Yeah. Leprechauns? You know, if you're going to hire a leprechaun, you got to hire a midget, though. Or still a little person.
Do
You have to. I think you have to.
It's like the men's room and the ladies' room. Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter.
I mean, somebody comes over to your house, a male and a female. Yeah. They asked to use the bathroom. Yeah. There was one room, right? Yeah. So why is that a problem?
Yeah, but nobody else is in there.
Okay, if there's stalls, what's the big deal?
I don't have stalls in my house.
Well, I'm saying, but in the public bathrooms, if it's stalls, yeah, I don't know. I think everybody just takes everything a little too sensitively these days.
You know, do you ever go to Walmart during Easter season?
No. I may have. I can't say the last time I was there. Cheap stuff, man.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know. I filled up a couple Easter baskets of some stuff like from there.
Okay.
But man, you should see the people in there. Oh, man.
Well, listen, there's whole websites dedicated to that kind of crap. But it's Walmart.
My God.
Yeah.
You got to look in the mirror, people.
They don't. Or if they do, they're pleasantly surprised.
But when they're opening up the bag of popcorn before they pay for it and they're eating it, there's a waiting in line.
Listen, mothers have been doing that in supermarkets for years. Keeping the kids quiet.
Mothers
the cookies.
Doing that for kids.
You mean the gavons that just walk around?
I'm talking about two people
that
are at least 25 years old or more.
They got the jeans in their hand and they got the popcorn open in the other hand.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it's midnight at Walmart. That's when I go shopping. Midnight.
Well, you do that just...
That's fun.
Yeah, I was like, you do that just for fun. That's just...
It's enough to record. It's hysterical.
Ooh, look at those pretzels.
But, a lot of things are happening.
Yeah.
That hitchhiker guy.
Oh, yeah, they got him.
Yeah, they got him.
Well, he was got, but he's convicted now.
But what was the background on that? He was hitchhiking and somebody picked him up?
No, he saved somebody first, and he was a hero.
And then he stabbed him.
He chopped him with a hatchet. Didn't he look like Carrot Top?
He did.
He did. Look like Carrot Top.
Yes, he did. He did.
A guy like Carrot Top walking around with a hatchet. Whatever. But why did it take 6 years to get this guy convicted?
Kai.
Cobra Kai? From
Cobra Kai.
That's from whatchamacallit, right? Karate Kid.
That's right.
The Cobra Kai.
Yeah, I don't get why did it take so long.
Why that's our way of criminal system works. That's what we've talked about before. I think the difference between jail and prison. Jail is someplace you go while you're going on trial.
Right.
Prison is where you go after you're convicted. So this guy's been in jail for 6 years. So he gets in a county lockup for 6 years.
Yeah.
Now he gets to go to the state penitentiary.
But they give him credit for that.
Time served, yeah. Well, you're still incarcerated. You're telling me you want him to have extra time with Bubba?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he wasn't a sexual predator, at least. At least he was just a little...
He just hatched somebody.
He's okay, yeah, that's normal. I bet you if he was a sexual predator, he probably would have been sent to Gen Pop real quick. Oh, no, we got to get this guy on trial quickly. Hatchet guy? He's in jail for a little while. Before he's sent to prison. There, Christian gave us the picture of it.
A lot of things going on, but with the people murdering people in New Jersey. Huh?
Yeah.
The little baby, throwing the baby. What the frig?
Dude, I don't know.
I know we talk about capital punishment. At least I do all the time. When is it time? Seriously, when is it time?
That's a discussion that can take for months and months and months. The pros and cons, the rights and the wrongs.
Okay. I know, and hopefully this never, ever happens. But have you said to yourself, if that kid ever did that to my daughter or my son, I'd kill him? Have you ever said that?
I've used those words, but I don't know. I don't know if it would actually turn out to be a murder. It would probably.
You don't think you could?
Well, it's like it's a saying. I could kill you. I want to kill you, but nowadays I guess you have to be careful by saying stuff like that because.
We're on air.
Yeah. So you don't want to say stuff like that, but in Jersey, why not? There's people out there that just wouldn't think twice. And people have done it.
Sure.
I mean, we'll go back in time a few months ago. The guy who killed his brother and his family over finances. How many times you did that in conversations? You know, Bob, whatever. Bob, I could kill you for doing that. So, no, he went and did it. You know, where you and I would be like, Vinny, you said one more time, I'm going to kill you. I know that you're not going to murder me because it's not over anything serious enough as money or
Right.
other stuff like that. So it all depends on the context of things, I think. But with capital punishment, it's got to have to be really bad. Really bad. Serial
So you don't believe in the
murders.
death penalty? You rather him rot in jail or rather him take the chance of living 50 years and then getting out?
Yeah, I mean, because it's a possibility. I mean, unlikely. Charles Manson, I see him, you know, it's unlikely. But you have to look at it to a certain point. It is kind of cruel and unusual punishment. I know what they did was cruel and unusual. I get it. I know the Bible says an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. I get it. But haven't I read somewhere that it costs just as much to kill somebody as it does to keep them in a prison for X amount of time?
A $3 bullet will solve the problem.
Well, it's never going to happen that way. It's never. If you want death penalty, it's never going to be that way. That's cruel and unusual. It's two wrongs don't make a right type of thing.
How
That's
about
just
ODing on heroin?
It's self-inflicted. Oh,
I'm saying.
Well, that's a lethal injection. It's the same difference.
Okay. How much a lethal injection cost?
I have no idea.
I mean, I understand electric chair is expensive for some reason. Why, I don't know. I mean, you work.
Voltage.
You know people who work for the companies.
Yeah, high voltage.
How much is high voltage?
Well, you see the video.
You see some guys getting whacked, falling off the telephone
You
pole.
ever see those movies? You see those movies. It's like the lights dim. Oh, someone on the third floor got it because the lights dim. You know, it takes a lot to kill a human being with electricity. How are we talking about murder? We're talking about killing.
That and measles.
When I went to the hospital the other day, one of the questions they asked
You
me
didn't go to LabCorp, didn't you, in Manalapan?
No, but one of the questions they ask you is, have you left the country recently?
Really?
They want to know these things because most of us have been inoculated. MMR, measles, mumps, rubella. So if you're getting the measles, you haven't been inoculated. Or what's the word? All these mothers that are against vaccines.
Well, it's not all the mothers against vaccines.
There's a lot of them.
It's one group of people.
Yeah.
Also costs $1,300 for a lethal injection.
$1,300. Okay.
That's it.
All right.
It used to be $83.
$83.
Okay. All right. So yeah.
$1,300.
That's in Texas, though.
No, this is just in general.
It's in general. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, $1,300.
All right.
That's 3 days in jail.
Listen, it's funny because the people that are against capital punishment, it's because of cruel and unusual punishment, I guess. You know, you're actually killing somebody, a living, breathing human. And I get it. I don't know. I wouldn't be too disappointed to see Ted Bundy die. I wasn't too disappointed to see him.
Okay, and you know nobody that he killed.
No, but he was a mass murderer. And he actually did the work himself. Whereas a guy like Manson, I don't think he ever physically killed anybody.
Or Son of Sam. He was pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Crazy guy.
Every night.
Every
There
night.
used to be a special report, Son of Sam update.
Yeah. I told you a story. My dad's father's name was Sam. So my father was the son of Sam.
Wow. But yeah, this measles stuff. Forget Rosalita's. That just killed up business.
Yeah.
They're done.
Well, what do? Do you burn the place down? I mean,
But was
you
it
ever
a
get rid of it?
customer or was it a worker?
They don't know.
They don't know. How do you know there was measles there?
It could be anybody that walked in.
But how do you know that person had measles?
I don't know how they narrow this stuff down. I don't know how they do it. Smarter people than you and me figure this stuff out. I don't know. Rosalitas.
So I'm going to assume, and I'm not stereotyping, but I'm going to assume, knowing the culture and the meal plan of a certain group from Lakewood, okay, that they did not walk into Rosalita's.
No.
Nor did they walk into LabCorp.
Mm-hmm.
But is there a possibility that someone not in that sector
Mm-hmm.
is in the area of that sector and caught something?
Well,
Is that a possibility?
sure.
'Cause I don't think Hasheim is going to Rosalita's for
Well,
a cheese quesadilla.
no. And also, did you happen in the same vein? The mayor of Brick. Did you hear what he did?
What do you do?
Somebody called up and complained about too many of those folks that you've just been referencing populating parks and beaches. So, and I'm going to look down at my phone because I want to get the quote correctly. It was on Twitter. The mayor of Brick said, "Our parks and security has started already. Just call police with any problems and they will send them." Okay, good. I didn't have to look. Yeah. Okay, tell me he doesn't look like one of
Oh,
Hitler's
he's
sons.
been to the club.
Has he really?
Yes.
I mean, right, wrong, or indifferent, that's where we're at right now. You know.
Well, they were Atlantic City yesterday
Well, listen.
and then Tuesday night.
If
I thought they didn't gamble.
okay, if they are American citizens,
Yes.
if they're paying taxes, which we don't
No,
know,
they're not. No.
they're whatever they're doing.
They're not. They got the little string on the side. That means they're a ministry.
I don't know, but
They're the holy.
But if
people.
they're citizens of the country, they can go anywhere that they want. They can go to beaches, they can go to parks, they can go to casinos, they can go to big lots instead of big Sal's, wherever that place is that they shop for, that other warehouse in Lakewood.
Oh, bingo.
Bingo, yeah, bingo. They can go wherever they want.
Oh,
Now, and I drive up and down northern parts of the town that I live in now, and there's becoming more and more populated. So, but there's nothing you can do about it. It's a free country.
I get that, but think of a disease that's catchy.
Like a tune. Well, yeah.
If you know you have a disease, I mean, I've seen it on planes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Some people have the medical mask on.
Yeah, at least
Okay?
they're trying.
They're trying.
Yeah, but that doesn't guarantee.
So if you know you have a disease, then you should not be walking in the public to infect other people, which is
You shouldn't
it could
be.
be deadly.
you shouldn't be.
At
Yeah.
our age, it's a deadly disease.
It can be. Yeah,
You know,
Chickenpox.
little kids.
chickenpox can kill you too.
It's like tonsillitis. I mean, you get tonsillitis at our age, we're screwed.
It can be. Yeah,
Yeah, a 5-year-old, he's eating ice cream the next day.
it could be. Yeah. Well, anything we get at our age is huge.
Yeah.
You have to. Then it comes out on intent and stuff like. It's just
Well,
you can't. Nobody's gonna win. The people are gonna get sick, whether they're caused by a certain sect of people or another sect of people. What are you gonna do?
Okay, first of all, that just knocked out that business.
Yeah.
It's done. That business.
At that,
they're opening
at
up
that
another one
location.
in-
At that location.
Yeah, they're opening another one up in Brick.
Are they?
It's open
Yeah.
already.
It's open. Have you Ubered there?
No, I've been there. It's actually
Already?
Yeah. Well, they just opened. I was like, oh, let me go try them.
Really?
Let me go try their food. It wasn't that bad, but I don't know if I want to go back.
What kind of food?
No. Okay. See, now he doesn't know if he wants to go back right now.
But I'm also thinking it's also a new location, so I mean, it's not the same staffed people, same management, maybe. So I don't know. And maybe I won't go to that location ever.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to
But
that location.
Brick-
No, that location
They're
would be
done.
done.
They have to burn that place down. You know what? You got a guy?
I'm surprised they didn't do it already.
Yeah. But I mean, so you see, these it's a free country. It's American, blah, 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 but they are affecting the population.
Of the other free people.
Yeah.
So
No,
what happens then?
I don't know. What do? You just can't tell people to get out. You can tell people.
Well, de Blasio's doing something. He's closing the schools down.
Well, yeah. You have
You know?
to. You have to.
Should we start closing their schools down?
Well, then.
Ban those buses
Well,
that going through like
they have their own laws and stuff, so it's gonna be like, are they gonna allow us? When I say us, I say, are they going to allow the social service type people to go in and inspect their schools for health hazards and stuff? But they also do a lot of stuff in their homes too, if you know about their religion.
Right.
So you can't go into people's homes. I mean, it's going to be very complicated. Very complicated.
Okay. But is the bus driving on Route 9? Do they own Route 9?
They drive like they do.
Okay.
Yeah. It's,
Have you driven Route 9 this week?
not recently,
Oh,
no.
it's been great this week.
Oh,
Right through.
Yeah.
Passed right over him. Yeah, it was
He went
hacky.
there. Yeah,
It was hacky.
Yeah, it was hacky. It's okay. I don't know, but it's getting to the point where a leader of a neighboring town is getting involved. You know, only because not because I don't know him and I don't know the full genesis of it, but when your constituents are reaching out to you, you have to address it somehow.
Yeah.
And the answer that you may get may not be what you want to hear, or even the public may not like the answer. But they have to do something by addressing it at least. I mean,
They have to
do
do
you
something.
meet with the local leaders and how do you go about it? I don't. That's what I would do. And you're much the same way as me. I would just be like, listen, you people, everybody's got to come here. We got to meet. We got to talk about this. Do you guys get inoculations, vaccinations? Well, what's the deal? You want to come to our town? Some people may not be happy about it, but if you are, you better be.
Well, as a
helping-
business
helping,
owner,
you know,
can I put a sign up on the door and say must be vaccinated before entering?
that I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's your. You don't own the building,
I don't own the building.
so I don't know if you can make that decision. I don't know.
Some
But-
schools have made that decision. If you're not vaccinated, your kids aren't allowed to go to certain schools.
Yep. Yeah.
So I think if you have an agreement with the building, I think it's entirely possible.
I've known of people whose kids chose a certain college because the college didn't require vaccinations. Because it's a big deal. When kids go away to college, you have to make sure all the shots are up to date.
Oh, yeah.
But there are some colleges that it's not required, and some kids will make decisions based on that. So can you imagine going to the college because you don't have to be vaccinated, but there's other kids there who have been vaccinated? I'm not sitting next to you because what do you do? Did they wear like something on their chest? No shots? I don't know. Huh?
I remember in grammar school, it was like mandatory.
Oh, we used to line up in the hallways.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to get the shots in the arm. You go home and you never cried about it. Okay, you got your shots. I think there were boosters as they
Booster shots, yeah.
It looked like a thumbtack that they stuck in your
Yeah.
arm or whatever. I think we still had the scars on
The four holes.
The 4 holes, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know when that stopped, but I think it stopped a little bit after we did it. So we're kind of in the very much of a minority of people still alive.
Still alive. That's horrible.
What I mean by old age.
Oh.
Old age. But I don't remember any kids, mommies come running into school and say, "Don't you do that? Don't you?" So like, no, this is the rule. This is the law. Like
Yeah.
Christian said, you got to get a shot. You want to stay here.
You listen to the nurse.
Yeah. Some of those nurses you don't want to fight with.
No.
No. Here, give me your arm. And he's like, here, we'll squeeze you. Can you imagine some of the nurses and teachers that we had when we were like 10 years old? Today, I don't want to say they'd be arrested, but they would be looked at in a totally different light.
My Italian teacher, Mr. Gelsomino, used to slam his hand on his desk.
Mm-hmm.
And he had my hands are big.
Right.
He was double the size of my hand. And he would slam his hand on that desk whenever somebody was talking.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Man, it would echo. It would echo.
And I bet you didn't say anything.
Like full force slam?
Full force
Or-
slam on a wooden desk.
And I bet everybody just stood in their seats and pooped in their pants.
They shit their pants, yes.
Yeah.
Yep, they should.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Imagine teachers that now. Oh, you threatened my kid. You scared my kid. I'm going to sue you. That guy would.
My kid's traumatized.
Yeah, he'd lose his teacher's pension. He would get fired. He'd be living in a trailer. He'd be on food stamps, all because he slammed his hand on the desk.
I had a middle school teacher that did that once, and he disappeared for a day. No, like actually,
He got reprimanded.
no, he got but he reprimanded us. We fucked up. Our class did,
Yeah.
and not like cursing at us, but like very disappointed, like banging on the. He was the.
Oh,
science
we were
teacher, so he's,
yelled at all the time.
yeah.
Talking to my kids, they're well out of high school. I don't remember them ever saying that one of their teachers was yelling at them.
I've got people I know
I
who
don't know.
just confronted their teachers.
Oh, we've seen those videos, those cell phone videos.
No, not getting their asses kicked.
Oh,
Just like, hey, what you're doing isn't cool. Like they'll pull the teacher aside. I'm like, yo, what?
well, I mean, I'd rather see that than getting a teacher getting attacked. I mean,
Of course.
but that happens a lot. just go to YouTube, search up teacher fights students, and nobody steps in.
I don't. They're afraid to. Who's going to step in?
Yeah.
Who's going to step in and say, hey, you know what? Let them go beat themselves.
Do you remember when the teachers used to break up fights? They used to love it because they can get their hands on the kids.
Oh, yeah.
Because usually the kids are getting in fights with the dirtbag kids anyway. I remember the wrestling coach in high school. Some of our fans that are watching took 2 kids in the cafeteria by the neck and put them up against a concrete wall. Fight over.
My gym teacher, Mr. Sparrow,
Yeah.
did the same thing.
Right
Against the lockers.
This was
Bang
the,
their
this
heads
was the
against
wrestling
lockers.
coach, and the wrestling coach is still there. He's been there for 40 years. Let's go to the office. And I bet you, if I went home and told my father that I was in a fight and the teacher had to break it up that way, I would have got in trouble with my father.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's like, oh, no. Give me the details. We're going to court. Well, maybe if your kid didn't act like a spoiled little brat.
That's why teachers are just doing the 25 years. I mean,
Same thing with cops. Cops, teachers, they're getting out. It's not worth it.
What used to be the most respectable careers are now seen as the most abysmal.
Yeah. And teachers still don't get paid a lot of money.
no. Nope.
The ones who do get paid a lot of money are the ones that are administrators. But the teachers that teach 5-6 classes a day, they have to work many, many, many years to get paid a really, really good salary. Not that they don't make chump change, but for the stuff that they have to put up with sometimes and all the hard work and stuff.
Well, it comes back to the analogy. Oh, they only work 180 days a year. It's 15 before. It's 15 after. It's 180 school days.
Right.
Not necessarily 180 calendar days.
Yeah, and they don't walk in at the bell and they don't go home at the bell. They're there.
How many actual days do you work in a year? You work 250.
We're 286. That's
286.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just saying.
But you have vacation time.
We've gone over this.
So I mean, you could possibly get down to about the 225, 230 range.
Teachers generally don't take vacation from September to June.
Right.
Generally speaking, they may go away here and there.
Right.
But then they say that for the summertime. And
Very rarely they call in sick.
But very rarely. Substitute teaching jobs are probably
Yeah.
They get paid well, by the way.
Substitute teacher?
Yeah.
And they just sit there.
Hey, for $100.
They did back then too.
For like $100 a day.
The only time a
Not
substitute teacher taught was when they took over
the little
someone.
kids.
Yeah, when they took over someone going out on maternity leave.
Oh yeah, or somebody got sick or something like that. Then they actually brought somebody in. Yeah. But otherwise, they're just sitting there reading the newspaper, doing crossword puzzles and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, we had a really nice substitute teacher. She took Mrs. Spray's spot. Miss Spray. She was the English teacher.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah. Same thing happened with my biology teacher. She got sick. We all got good grades from the nice teacher. She came back. The other one came back. Oh, no.
Right?
These grades don't count.
Don't count, right?
Well, I mean, I actually learned something from the person that I liked as opposed to you. Anyway.
It's on a different note.
On a different note.
Why don't we get to the animals running around in the state, please? You know how many dead turkeys I've seen on the side of the road?
72. I don't know. How many?
At least 20. How many turkeys are running around in this freaking state? Where all of a sudden did the turkeys come from?
I don't know.
Are they migrating? Is there a turkey tax somewhere we don't know about?
Well, yeah, what's up with that whole commuter tax? I mean, listen, I got to be easy on where that subject is emanating from for reasons I've told you before. But, I mean, really? We have rain tax?
Rain tax.
Commuter tax? And for those who carry weapons, he wants to increase something else, a license fee or something like that. We're in bad shape financially, man. I don't know.
Okay.
What are we going to do?
And I know very little about politics, but isn't one of the things that Democrats say is when a Democrat comes in, they raise the taxes? Taxes go up?
And they want a smaller government, too.
Yeah. There you go. Taxes up.
You know what? No, it went down, though. See, Bridget Kelly got her 13 months.
And nobody else got anything.
She called Christie a bully.
I can see that.
She got 13 months for probably just following orders.
From who, though?
Well,
Who made that call?
for some reason, we've never found that out yet. I don't get it. But I saw the
And
video.
why won't they believe her?
I don't know. She seems
So why won't she go on one of those lie detectors and say,
I think
who
they're
told
unreliable.
you?
They're unreliable, I think, but that's besides the point. I don't know. She seems like a reasonable person. Looks like high intelligence and stuff. I mean, now, what kind of prison does she go to?
Not maximum security.
No, I realize that.
She
But,
goes where the CPAs go. And
yeah, I get that, but where is that? There's got to be one in Jersey somewhere, right?
I think it's by McGuire Air Force Base.
Yeah, you know what? You might be right. It's like a military prison or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're probably just got the run of the place. I mean, she's not going to run around killing anybody or anything like that.
No.
But again, these things took so long. That's how many years ago already? 4 years ago?
Yeah, Bridget, yeah.
I mean, and it's that she was resentenced. So it's probably going to be time served, and she's not going to serve that 13 months. It'll be on her record. It's pretty lame, though. But I mean,
The people working on Point Pleasant Bridge should.
they're still working on that bridge?
I don't know how. I don't know how it's going to be open for summer.
Where there's a will, there's a way. They got to just move the cones.
They're stopping traffic. They should go to the same prison. They really should.
I don't know.
Who makes that call?
Politicians. They got the contractors in their pockets, and for some reason it just, I don't know. It could be worse. You see, Wildwood is going to continue to play Kate Smith's music on the boardwalk. What's up with that?
Enough.
What's up with that?
Enough. You see what the Flyers did?
Yeah.
They threw
They put a tarp over
they
Kate
threw a
Smith.
tarp over Kate Smith. Really?
Well, you grew up in North Jersey. I grew up down here, down the shore.
Yes.
So I got the Philly channels. So when the Flyers were in their heyday when I was a kid,
Yeah.
I used to be able to watch the Flyers games. And it was a big deal when she came out and sang God Bless America. She sang it live.
Oh, same thing with the
and she was a
Yankees.
big time. Well, I know, but that's the recorded. I saw her do it on TV live. And she sang a questionable song from 80 years ago
Okay.
that she
Okay.
didn't write. She just
Okay.
sang it.
Who's the person
Oh,
looking for this questionable song 80 years ago?
Google. You can Google anything.
Okay, but who's Googling that?
Somebody who's got a bug up their butt. Why? I don't know. So
Am I going to Google Phil Rizzuto? Did he ever use a Howard Cosell term on somebody
no,
in 1939?
no.
And now all of a sudden, I want to pull his statue out of the Hall of Fame? Really? Am I going to Google that right now?
People,
Who's doing that?
Somebody's doing it. Somebody's looking it up.
Get a life.
Or somebody found a record laying around somebody's
Get a
attic
life
or
or
something like
change
that.
gender. Do
I mean,
something.
it's Kate Smith. It's Kate Smith. So Wildwood just said, screw it, we're going to still play our music. Evidently, they must play a certain song
Yeah.
every time during the day
Yeah.
on the boardwalk, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So now, so he's risking the tourism now, probably. That got to get over ourselves. And the Yankees.
I'm shocked at that.
Usually they're the ones
I'm
that.
shocked.
Now what are we going to find out about Frank Sinatra? That he was.
Oh, are you kidding
listen,
me?
you think, okay, who? Listen, and I like Frank Sinatra and his music.
I love Frank Sinatra.
Okay, Kate Smith, Frank Sinatra. Who's the biggest piece of crap out of the two? It ain't Kate Smith.
No.
But they continue to play New York, New York.
Well, I'm sure that person who concentrated on Kate Smith
He's going
is
to try to
working on
find
Frank
something.
Sinatra.
He's going to try to find something on Sinatra.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You listen to a song. What's the first thing you're thinking of? Oh, she was a racist. No, it's a good song. She's got a great voice.
No, we'll end up hearing rap music at Yankee Stadium with the N-word being dropped all over the place. That's what we're going to hear at Yankee Stadium.
I mean, come on, people.
That's okay. We can say that because it's a rap song.
Yeah. Well, that's what people are saying. So what?
I don't get it.
We're listen. I'm not one of those people that run around saying I'm anti-politically correct. Listen, I want to do the right thing too. But I mean, come on. With something like this, It's harmless. It's harmless. It just
It's not like they're playing the song at the stadium.
not that song, not the one that supposedly is controversial.
Yeah.
But
So-
because she covered 2 songs from the Times when it was...
80 years ago, and the song was probably written 50
guess
years
what?
before that.
That time existed. So what do? Erase everything? So you mean to tell me, if you go back to your ancestry, you don't think you can find somebody associated with you that owned a slave? You don't
Maybe.
think,
It's a possibility, yes. Anything's possible.
there's 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon or 8 degrees of Kevin Bacon, whatever.
yeah.
Let's go 27 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
it's
You can't
possible.
find somebody? So what should we do?
anything's possible.
So then people should not watch this show anymore because Vinny's 7 to the exponential freaking thing.
Well, I got to spit in a tube to get the DNA tested first. Yeah. Well, it's the same thing. In the same vein, there's no more Columbus Day in some states because they say he was a racist too. Do I think that's right or wrong? I mean, we should recognize the fact that if he did do some bad racially motivated things, absolutely. But it's just like you're taking everything away from everything now. When we were kids, when you were a kid, you heard Christopher Columbus, the first thing you thought was Nina the Pinta de Santa Maria.
Yeah, 1492.
Now you ask a kid today about Christopher Columbus, the first thing you say he's a racist.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he wasn't, but you have to embrace what he means to other people about other things. I don't know.
I think it goes,
I just don't know.
I think it goes a little bit beyond that because then it's like we were taught almost this whole wrong version of history. So that's why
There were things left out.
Yeah, so a lot
Not
of things left
not
out.
taught wrong. Things were just left out or omitted because it wasn't maybe at the time historically important enough to know about it. I mean, if you want to go to the other side of the spectrum, we could just say we were all taught that, slaves came over and it was wrong and we all know it, and that they were brought over by the Southerners, not the Northerners. No, just the Southerners. Come on, give me a break. I think things are omitted on purpose for the old history books. So the history books that we read when we were kids to the ones today, they have to be vastly different. They're going to be vastly different.
Yeah, they're done online now. So hardcover.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Started with the DVDs. The kids used to get a DVD sent home with them.
The problem is that now they're also starting to exclude information. So, like, there was actually a comparison that was going around recently that they've omitted the Trail of Tears from some modern history books.
Yeah, you can't do that. I'm not saying you have to embrace it, but you have to recognize the fact that certain things
It's
existed.
history.
By the mere definition, it's history, yes. I think what it is you have to do, you have to put the information out there and let people make their own minds up. I can't don't have somebody make their mind up for me. If you want to think Columbus is a racist, fine. If I don't want to think that he's not, that should be fine too. We can argue about it till the cows come home. Should Kate Smith's song be sung at Yankee Stadium? Sure, why not? Some people think that it shouldn't be.
I'm
Whatever.
shocked the Yankees did that.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised. And I don't remember their statement verbatim, but they basically said that we looked at it carefully and we think this is, at this time, this is the course of action we should take and stuff like that. Christian's going to pump it up for us here. Yeah.
Trying to find their quote.
Yeah, scrap the OB. I mean, come on. I mean, and the Flyers. If you're going to remove it, just remove it. You have to put a cape over it or a blanket over it. I mean, come on. Isn't that a little disrespectful? How do you think her family feels?
Isn't that a little racist?
I wouldn't say it's racist. I would think that it's just wrong that you're just doing that with no notification to the family. Yeah, Babe Ruth, he was a piece of garbage. Womanizer, drunk. Ty Cobb, go on about Ty Cobb. Many people should be excluded from not just halls of fame, but just recognition. Man, we're very serious today.
I was on the turkeys getting hit by the cars.
Yeah. I don't know.
Is this the game that you were talking about where you saw her sing?
Well, that's one of them. She's singing multiple games. Yeah. She was their good luck charm. Yeah.
Not attractive.
No. It's Kate Smith. It's Kate Smith.
It's not Kate Smith like the Charlie's Angels. Jacqueline Smith.
And Kate Jackson. You combine
Kate
the two. She is not an amalgam of the two. That's for damn sure. Amalgam or amalgamum?
That's what happens when you mix the two of them together. You
Yeah.
get that. It's amazing. I'm sorry. You know what? This world just got to grow the freak
Yeah.
up.
It really is. But you've been to AC recently, right?
Yeah, yesterday.
I was just reading that I guess the lieutenant governor or the whatever, not the what's her name, Sheila Oliver. That's right. She got a 47-point plan to improve Atlantic City. Not her. Like the state has one, and it's all agreed upon, even starting from the Christie days, that they're trying to. And AC has gotten a little bit better.
Yeah.
It has.
Yeah, I actually mentioned that to Durant yesterday.
But what they want to do now, they want to do more than just the facelifts. They want to get the communities involved and and clean up the drug addicts that are running around the streets still, because that's still a big deal. Because tourists come in, they don't want to see that. So the fact that they
I got hit up about 6-8 times.
Yeah, I mean,
for money.
What are you gonna do? I mean, especially on the boardwalk.
No.
Well, of course the answer is no.
What do you mean? No.
But
Sell that Adidas hoodie that you have on, and I'll give you money.
well, we don't know if they bought it or they got it out of a dumpster or something, or stole it for something.
It was pretty. I don't even own an Adidas hoodie.
Well, excuse me. Well, you're not. You got the Nike contract. That's why. Yeah. But at least they're trying to do something with it. I mean,
It didn't look too bad.
But they have a good point too, and I've always said this about politics in general. You got to work from the ground up. You can't fix a problem by putting a brand new casino on the boardwalk. That's not going to help the people who need the help. Listen, there's a lot of lazy ass people in Atlantic City and a lot of other cities.
Sure.
But there's a lot of people that have really been hit by hard luck, and for whatever the reason, So if they're trying to do from the grassroots up and trying to help out, community things for kids and helping people with jobs and stuff like that, that gives people a little bit of pride. Maybe they'll confront the drug addicts. Say, listen, we're cleaning up around here. Get out. Go someplace else. Maybe that'll work that way. And I think they got to go until 2021 or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. 2021, something like that. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it wasn't as dirty as I remember it being.
No.
The beach looked okay. It's
never been
nice.
a great beach.
Nah, it never was.
It's never been a great beach, even when the times were great.
Yeah.
It's a big beach.
I mean, with all that construction going on down here, it has a beach. I mean,
there's
stuff's
not much.
gonna
There's
go
not
into
much.
the water.
Yeah. There's not. Well, you got to do the best that you can.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to see because listen, Atlantic City had its heyday. The early '80s after the gambling came in.
Yeah.
People really were going there.
Yeah.
All the big time boxing matches were there.
Yeah.
When's the last time there was a big boxing match in Atlantic City? Or like a world championship fight?
Yeah.
Can't remember.
A long time.
Real long time. Not that boxing's a big deal anymore anyway, but still.
But I mean, the casinos themselves were dead. Yeah. Again, it's a Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
I get it. But the amount of kids.
They want it to be family. Yeah. And they walk around the casinos too.
Yeah. There were some, I mean, there's the tile you're supposed to walk on.
Yeah, you're supposed to stay on the outside, off the rug.
But
off the rug.
People on the rug. We cut through a couple times to get through.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I mean, I think now. See, when we went to AC, if you got anywhere near a machine or a table, they jumped you practically. Now, if you're walking with it on an adult and you're not in your 18, 19 years old, they're gonna keep an eye on you, make sure you don't go near anything. We used to get attacked, practically. Because you literally there would be people sitting there checking IDs at the entrance to the casinos. Now you just walk right in.
Although I remember walking right in.
I mean, I did too, but I'm saying, but they would check. There were people there that would be checking.
Yeah, I never got checked.
And even walk around the casino, they could check you. They could check.
Oh, they could check anytime.
Anytime you want.
The thing is, you hit a jackpot and you're not of age, you're screwed.
Well, they just won't give you the money.
They won't give you the money.
But are you gonna go to jail? You're not gonna go to jail. They just want you out. Get out.
Get out.
The house keeps the money.
Cha-ching.
Yeah. Well, it was their money anyway.
Yeah.
It was already in the machine. What difference does it make?
Yes.
I don't know. They'll never be on par with Vegas. We both have been to Vegas. It's never going to be on par with Vegas. They will always want to sell the beach. I'm surprised the beach thing isn't a big deal. That's where they've missed the boat. They should make it more of a resort beach thing in some spots because you got to have public.
Resorts, actually, I think they bought Margarita, what is it? No, is it Margarita? No, the Shack. What's it called? Damn it.
Not Joe's.
No, it's freak, I don't remember it. But it's that restaurant bar That's right on the beach,
Mm-hmm.
right across the street from
Yeah,
Margaritaville.
yeah.
They bought that,
Okay.
and now they were expanding it. I don't know,
Okay.
maybe resorts are going to go to a little
Maybe.
nightclubish type thing on a
That-
beach. That's what you need,
That's where the money is, because you want to bring in.
because obviously nobody's lying on a beach in Atlantic City.
Well, they can make it such where you can, but you know what it is. It's still a populated city, and people want to go to the beach. And
Yeah, that crabgrass coming up, those hypodermic needles. I don't know.
do we still have needles on the beach?
Oh yeah, Atlantic City.
I've never been to the beach.
Probably fresh ones every night.
I've never been on the beach in Atlantic City.
I went once
Never been.
years ago, and
It's too much of a hassle. Look where you got to park. You got to walk so far. Got to go over the boardwalk.
as bad as Wildwood.
Well, at least you're on the beach. It takes you a day to get there. Well, even the new thing, Seaside. Have you seen Seaside? It's huge.
Yeah.
No hurricane's gonna be taking that beach away anytime soon.
No.
Not anytime. Christian, where you go to the beach? Long Branch,
Belmont.
Belmar. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Belmar, they didn't do much building up with the.
No, they just fixed the boardwalk.
Yeah, but they didn't build anything really high out.
No, not really.
Which boardwalk was basically decimated? Was that Seaside?
Seaside.
Well, that was the fire actually did that.
Yeah.
The fire decimated. Well, we won't talk about that. We won't talk about that. But
Those are the days.
yeah. So anyway,
What else you got?
yeah, it's been pretty quiet. I was laid up. I had the Elephant Man thing going in the neck.
Well, those people who did the fake GoFundMe page,
Oh God, they're done. All of them.
only 2 of them are going to jail.
Is the recipient going?
Because
Because the girl I think is going.
I think the homeless guy isn't.
Well, he shouldn't. I mean, he didn't ask them to do it.
No?
I don't think so.
Yeah, but he was in on it.
He can claim that he wasn't, though.
Was he really homeless?
Wasn't he a military vet or something like that too, or something? I don't know. I mean, it was like $400,000. I mean, that's a long time you go to jail.
It's a lot of fools.
You got that right. Have you
Yes.
ever contributed to a GoFundMe page?
No.
Would you ever consider? Why is that?
I don't know how legit it is. And now, if it's run by somebody I know, I'll send a check to that person directly.
Yeah, we've talked about that before. Charities, yeah.
I'll send directly to that person.
GoFundMe though, but they have a pretty wide footprint. I don't think they're going to be crooked.
Put this right. No, GoFundMe. I could
The
open
people that-
GoFundMe tonight.
Yeah, you can, but the people that are doing it, so they have to regulate it a little bit better.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm saying, but GoFundMe itself isn't crooked.
No.
But you can open up any charity you want. You can open up Dino's charity for kids, and take
could-
all the money, whether it's a GoFundMe page or not. You can
We
get
can
a whole
open up a charity
CP30
to
thing.
fund this.
Yeah, and we just might do that.
Yeah, we might have to.
I mean, I have to.
But I don't.
I got a Red Cross text again today. They're still asking for money.
They don't stop.
They don't stop. I
And
thought
I
it was
love
being
St. Jude's, and I donate a lot to St. Jude's.
and now all the money goes right to the families.
I donate
and
a lot
the
to
kids.
St. Jude's.
Absolutely.
But you know what? Jesus Christ! Stop sending me the return envelopes every 2 weeks.
No, it's like the church. They do the same thing. They send you envelopes. It's like, stop asking me for money. When I want to give you money, I'll give you money. $16 a week. It's a cup of coffee a day. Oh my God.
I value my coffee.
No, but I mean, when I'm in the mood, I'll give.
Yeah,
Don't pressure me.
yeah. Well, the church. It's funny because they still had me as married
Oh God.
on the envelopes.
But they missed it. Well, they don't
And I
recognize
sent
that.
I sent back the whole package back to them. I am divorced. She no longer lives here. It's been over 5 years.
I'm going to hell anyway.
They still send me the envelopes.
Yeah.
With the names. They don't care. They just want the money. They don't care who's living there. They don't even care if I'm
They figure
Catholic.
somebody might stick money in there already, and they might make a buck. But it's costing them
They don't care if
$10.
Heim moved in. They don't care. As long as the money gets to them. That's all they care.
As long as it doesn't get measles.
It's a
on it.
business.
Don't lick the envelope.
It is a business.
You brought it up.
I'm telling you.
You get more phone calls while we're on the air.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Well, it's a busy day for you, right?
Yeah, it's always a busy day.
Yeah.
But
We progressed pretty swiftly today, so that's pretty good. But I'm glad I'm back. I felt bad, some of our fans didn't get to watch, and we didn't go out.
I know. I had to answer somebody. I said, "How come no episode this
Oh,
week?"
really?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for caring, but yeah.
I said, "Vinny almost died."
Still got a little lump there. If the camera's good, still got a little lump.
Sure, it's not measles. Chickenpox.
No.
Mumps?
Had the chicken
Yeah, the
pox.
mumps.
I never had the mumps. Had the chicken pox. Now, if I had the mumps, I'd have a lot more than just one little. Had a good doctor. A doctor looked at me. Everything's fine. Yeah.
You all checked out?
It was scary though.
Why is that?
You go to the emergency room. Doctor comes over. Says, "What's wrong? What's going on?" I start telling him. He goes, "All right, let's take a look at some stuff." He's going, checking my mouth, check the heart, the breathing. He's like, "Oh, I'll be right back." I said, "All right, I'll be here." I hear him get on the phone. I'm paraphrasing here. I've never seen this before. I need some help.
Oh no, that's horrible.
I'm like,
oh, that's horrible.
dude, I can hear you.
And you know he's talking about you.
I was the only one. I told you I was the only one in the place.
That's horrible.
You know, people go in there. They got the sniffles. They go to the emergency room. Guys, like, I got allergies. Listen, I know allergies can be bad for some people. I get it. I really do. I honestly know, and I feel bad for people who get really bad allergies. She's like, "How long you been like this?" He's like, "For a day." A day with the sniffles? Then another guy, I'm listening to everything. HIPAA laws don't exist behind these curtains because they're giving information.
Oh yeah, they know.
So they're asking him the question. He's like, "How old are you?" 40. Employed? No. Residence? Live with her. His mommy. So he's got no job, lives with his mother, and he's got the flu. "Mommy, take me to the emergency room." Meanwhile, I took myself. I got this big thing about to blow on my neck, and I drove myself to the hospital. And I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting there they're all in the back of the chair like this. They're like, I got my face exploded. I'm just sitting on the edge of the bed on my phone, just look at the Mets game. I mean,
if you sat in an emergency room for 3 months,
oh my God!
If you sat there for 3 months and you watched the people who walked in there, I guarantee you there's a bunch of regulars.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not saying because they almost had a heart attack. That's different.
Totally. They take you right away. You don't sit you're not sitting in the waiting room.
Right. Yeah. I guarantee you there's regulars there.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
well,
my hand hurts.
Well, the sad part about it is that, and I don't want to get this. We're not a political show. We saved that for the other people.
Yeah. Okay.
People that don't have health care, they use the emergency room as their health care.
Sure.
Like you said.
Sure. Rightfully
or wrongfully in some cases, whatever. But I don't even want to know. I mean, thank God I have insurance. I got a CAT scan and everything. So, I mean, what they did with me is not going to be cheap. Imagine if you didn't have insurance and they're like, "All right, we're going to bill you just for what I had done." And then the medicine, the prescription. I went to the pharmacy. I don't go to the pharmacy that often. I got a certain prescription plan. I went to the one pharmacy closest to my house. I was like, "Well, we don't take your plan." I'm like, I said, "I really need it. What's it cost?" They're like $105. I said, "I'll go find another."
Right.
On Easter Sunday, no less. So I found a place that takes my plan, $2.95.
$2.95.
$2.95. So somebody who had my condition with no medical insurance could be on the hook for like $10,000. So where is this money going to come from? Our premiums are going to go up. So if they just give this is my political statement, if everybody was born into health insurance, if the freaking government just gave everybody health insurance, everybody's health insurance would remain statically low price-wise because everybody's on it, right? I mean, I'm not an economic major. You're smarter than I am with numbers. If everybody, but you know who would suffer? The doctors. Where am I going to get my money from? I can't double bill this now because everybody's got the same insurance. Okay. But you're right. If I've been to the emergency room with other people and stuff like that, you look around, it's like, wow, what the hell?
It's true about the emergency room because when I had the little fender bender where the airbag went off, and which I'm still scarred. Look, freaking airbag going 10 miles an hour.
Doesn't take much.
I got the bill from the emergency room that wasn't covered.
How much?
$8.93, and not $8 either.
No, I know.
$8.93.
And I had a CAT scan. That's going to be a little bit more than $893, don't you think? They're going to bill the insurance, I'm sure, whatever.
Why can't we call it a dog scan?
Well,
I own dogs. I'm a little hurt.
Or a ferret? I mean, your pet?
A ferret scan, really? Yeah.
Well, it's as dumb as a dog scan. I'm not drinking anything today.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. I forgot.
You weren't prepared.
Not prepared. I don't know.
So anyway, we got some news about New Jersey on air, and we want to take that because that was your.
Yeah, you take. Well, yeah.
Well, you were the guy who put it together.
We had Mr. D'Ambra came in a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
It's been a month already, right? It's been about a month. Yeah, it has been. And as he talked about his business, as some of our viewers would have known, he has a platform that's an app, an actual app.
APP, not appetizers.
Yeah,
Something like this.
And not app.com. Yeah.
Oh, screw them.
That he focuses with Jersey news and shows and stuff like that, and he is interested in us to the point where he wants us on. How about that? That goes to your announcement. What was your announcement verbatim a couple weeks ago, Dino?
Which one was that? I make a lot of
We're not just screwing around here.
Oh yeah. The Facebook post was for those people who think Vinny and I are just bored and have nothing to do.
Which is also true.
Yeah. Well, I
let's clarify.
I have a lot to do, but
you're still bored.
I'm not so bored. I don't dress like this in the middle of the day when I'm bored.
No, this is coming up into the show.
But yeah, there was a reason for all this, and
we're not as big as morons as you might think.
yeah, some. And if you notice, my cursing has decreased tremendously.
I don't think I've cursed today.
I think Christian cursed.
He's the only one.
He's the only one who cursed.
That's okay. We can edit that out.
We're gonna lose it because of him.
Nah. It added a little bit of color. No, but we thank the fans who've watched.
You have to say color. After everything we talked about today, you have to say color.
Yeah, I'm offended.
Oh, Jesus.
Listen, people can look at me and
I might
Dino.
have to go to my safe space now.
Yeah. People can look at Dino and me, and some people can consider us white, or we're people of skin color too. We're olive skinned. We come from the Mediterranean.
No, I'm pretty white for
But
an
our families
Italian.
but our families from.
I am. I'm pretty white for an Italian. I'm not really as tan as I should be.
But we are from the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
So, just saying.
My job, we know how to do bombs too.
Yeah, no, I'm not that kind of guy. But we want to thank our fans that have watched us over the years and kind of support
Finally,
us.
maybe this paid off.
Not that we work real hard at it because we do our thing.
And we take pride in it.
Of course we take pride in it, and that was the reason for your post. It's just like
Why I want the T-shirts too? See,
we need more pride. $20 a pop.
exactly. Got to pay for those friggin'. He said to me, he says, you got to film it in HD. And then Ming reaches out to me and says, hey, do you have a drive to put it on?
I can get here. I can drive.
I'm like, drive, all right. I'm going to go buy a drive. I'm looking at it. 16 gigabytes, 32 gigabytes. I barely know how to use an iPhone. I'm like, okay, all right, it's an hour and a half. How many gigabytes is it going to take?
I have no idea.
So I'm like, let me go for 33 gigabytes. For 32 gigabytes. You know how much that friggin' was?
How much?
$65.
The bigger the better. The bigger the better. But we're going to be on
Am
there.
I getting those back?
No, you're not getting shit back. But we're going to be on there with some pretty credible people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, so it's a NJ on air. Check out the app.
NJ on air.
It's a free app, of course.
It's free.
You can get it online or on the app. And pretty soon we're going to be up there.
Yes.
And
actually, this episode is going to be on there.
Soon, I hope.
Yeah. Probably very soon.
Wow.
Probably very soon.
Just keep hitting your refresh button.
So, yeah, please.
But, so we're,
Have you talked about the other show? Did we tell them?
Good. You take that one. There's no name yet.
Also, when it rains, it pours. So, Vincent, as we know, is a very sports-oriented guy. Myself, I am into some sports, not as much as Vincent.
He's a Cowboy and Yankee fan. My God.
Hey, what can you do? But with my little bit of humor and my artistic viewpoints, we'll say, we're going to be working on a sports show also for NJ on Air.
Yep.
That they liked what we did and said, hey,
can you do
did you
this?
think about doing a sports show?
Yeah.
And guess what? We will be doing a sports show.
Nah,
We don't know the name yet. But actually, I think what we should do here.
Put a survey out there?
Put a survey out there. What do you want to call a sports show? And don't say two assholes.
Two idiots, morons.
Yeah.
No. Sports, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yankees bite. Mets suck. No. Think of a good name.
Actually, the Mets have a better
And if your name gets picked,
you get nothing.
we'll send you a T-shirt once we get them made.
We'll make sure we give it a small one so you can't wear it.
And we'll autograph it for you. Use it to wipe
Actually,
wipe your sweat.
We've signed an autograph once before.
Yes, we did.
Was it the Tuscan House show?
No, I think it was
Where was it?
a little boy who thought we were bigger than what we were because he saw cameras in front of us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, he was 5, but it counts.
Well, now he's 11 because I think that was probably 6. That was probably 6 years ago.
He probably burnt the shirt. But
He's
yeah,
using
so
it
big
now.
things are happening.
Yeah, so
Big things are happening. You know?
Just shows you keep plugging away.
We
things
first
can happen.
started this 6 years ago.
Yeah, go on
Hudson
YouTube.
around.
Go to YouTube and find our very first episode.
Oh, what a mess! What a mess!
We'll put in a
How have we revolved from my BlackBerry?
Evolved or revolved?
I think I want to put a revolver to my head, but
we talked about that earlier in the show.
yes,
today.
yes, we did. But
Yeah.
things happen eventually. It took some time, but though we were consistent.
Well, we have jobs.
Yeah,
We have to earn a living.
careers.
I think if we did this full time for the last 6 years, I think we'd be on CNN. by
I'm
now.
driving to Chicago tonight.
Are you really?
Yeah, after the club closes.
Why are you leaving at night?
Because I'm gonna get there somewhere. Tomorrow I'm gonna drive maybe like 7-8 hours.
You're gonna do the macaroni on the passenger seat again?
No, I don't have any space in my passenger seat. I got rice cakes. No, the whole diet's changed.
Mine too. You can't tell.
Rice cakes, nectarines,
Rice cakes, a lot of carbs in rice cakes.
plums.
Plums are good. When they're bad, they're bad though. You ever bite into a bad plum?
Yes,
Oh. How about a bad orange?
and a plain yogurt.
Plain yogurt. Put the plum in the yogurt.
No, I got blueberries. Put the
Okay, that's
blueberries in there. But and about a case of water.
A case of water, boy. Don't drink any of it. You'll be stopping 5 times in Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
So-
I'm gonna come back 5 pounds lighter after this trip.
Good for
That's what I'm
you.
gonna try.
Good for you. And next time we'll make sure we don't wear like a similar shirt like we were on the bowling.
I'm sorry, we didn't, that shows how much we planned this.
Well, it goes to show the spontaneity that we have in our show.
Yes.
And whatever.
But I think what we want to do though, I think we need to reach out to some fans and see what topics they want to talk about.
Do that too.
You know, anything in New Jersey that bothers you guys, send us a comment. They can do a direct message on the Talkin Jersey, right? It's open.
Absolutely.
It's
Talkin
open. It's
Jersey-
not
Talkin
private.
Jersey's- Talkin Jersey's open to everybody.
Talkin Jersey Facebook page. Tweet it out to us.
Do Twitter,
Take a picture of.
Instagram.
Take a video of yourself saying, "Hey guys, why don't you talk about the?"
Instagram too.
Yeah,
Do
that's
Instagram.
what I was
You
getting
didn't
to.
say it.
I was getting to take a video and put it on Instagram. That's what I was
Well,
going to
you
say.
could put a video anywhere. You can put it on Twitter too.
Yeah, but that's a periscopy thing. Who's ever does Periscope anyway?
Done.
It's done, right?
No, I think it still exists, but I was big into that years ago.
But seriously, if you guys have something you want us to talk about,
Yeah.
we're
Be
chop it
smart.
up.
Be smart about it. Be
Yeah,
funny about it.
You know, it'll be fine.
Yeah. We have some regulars.
Yeah, we're up to 3 now.
Is it that many now?
It depends. Doreen's running around all over the place, so she may not be watching today. I told her I wasn't putting me on Facebook Live because I thought we were doing HD. I didn't know we have we have a 2-camera shoot here. Look at this, how things are changing.
2 cameras, 2 microphones.
We got a program director.
Yeah. We've graduated from Dino's iPad,
Wow.
which was actually kind of fun.
Have you thrown a sports show name?
I have not, but we'll come up with something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we gotta think of something.
We'll think of something.
You
It'll
still
be
want the
catchy.
Godfather like look and the Soprano look though in the sports show?
No.
Can we do like Yankee pinstripes?
That'll never happen.
Are we gonna do like
Although we're both wearing pinstripes.
we do like a landscape of Newark with the Met logo in front of it?
All right, everybody.
All right,
Great
thank you
day.
guys.
Have
See
a
you next
nice
week.
day, guys.
Later.